Welcome back to some My Team. This is actually a friendly match between me and my boy Ty. Now, what kind of sucks is that the game was so long that to get it under 20 minutes, I had to cut out pretty much the entire first half. But, as we can see, it was a pretty back and forth first half. I got off to a quick start, he made a run back, and we pretty much stayed within a few points of each other the entire first half. But, lo and behold, we get to watch the second half. That's where all the excitement happens. That's where the craziness happens. Who cares about the first two quarters anyways? They don't count. It's kind of like the regular season in the NBA. No one cares about it. It doesn't count. It's all about the playoffs. So we're gonna watch the last two quarters. Now, we got LeBron James doing LeBron James things and never missing a foul shot. Playing here in Nashville, the Vandy court. Ty's home, but you'll notice when I'm shooting free throws that the camera doesn't shake, because when we're playing friendlies, we don't shake the camera on each other anyways. We just kind of decided after the first game that we just wouldn't shake cameras. Oh, and the pick and roll to the big man Embiid. And we just kind of keep it tight and close the whole time. There's a few runs that'll go, and then some runs will come back, and Boozer with just some insane stuff. And then really it's all about the end of the game. The end of the game is where the craziness happens. Up until here, we pretty much just throw punches back and forth, run different plays. This is one of my good plays that I have. If you can get that pick, Sloan hits that more often than not. Got pretty lucky that he was able to make that heavily contested with a late release, but is what it is. Been trying out this Hawkins. He's horrible. He's probably a really good shooting guard, but in my lineup I was putting him in at the 1, and man, he can't do really anything off the dribble. It's hard for him to create. He's not like Bibby. I would run almost any point guard over him. But we're just going to go down the paint, see what Embiid can get done against Cousins, and that's not going to be anything good at all. And we get one of those cheesy steals, something hopefully 2K's looking at. And I knew he was going to go for a block there. He has to, right? So just wait the second. He goes flying by, easy layup. Like, if he doesn't go for a block there on my pump fake, you just finished, like, they're really in a bad position when it's a one-on-one like that. Like, you either go for the block. Honestly, best case scenario is if you have position, just hold the right thumbstick up. But as you can see, he was behind me, so if he held the right thumbstick up, he wouldn't have even gotten a contest. So he had to go for the block, and that was pretty easy. But he's taking a timeout, making changes. Usually uses most of the timeouts. I should have probably edited out the timeouts that run time down, but I don't think it would have gotten anywhere to where we'd gotten to see much of the first half. It turned out this game was actually like 38 minutes long. I did not realize that 6-minute quarters were going to last that long. Even after editing out the pause we had to do, because I had to send a quick email during the game, even editing that out, it was still like right at like 36 minutes. And so I was like, damn, I did not realize that this game was nearly as long as it was. So we only get to watch the second half. But like I said, as you saw, I think it was a 2-point game, either me or him at the start. And so we're good. Hawkins is decent on D. He's got good steals. He can't do shit in the paint, but for the most part, he's okay at D. He's good at shooting the 3, but he's terrible at shooting the 3 off the dribble. So, you know, he's not going to like come off a pick and jack a 3 up unless you green light it. He's got D Gibson in. If you haven't gotten the D Gibson card, like, find a way to get that card. That card is so dirty. He splashes from everywhere. Like, I would take him. Like, if you're not going to run Steph Curry, he's such a good card for domination. Like, if you haven't learned how to do the domination, I'll call it a cheese, but the domination strategy for those fantasy doms. Like, if you don't have a Steph Curry, you got to pull a Gibson. Gibson can just drain from everywhere. His shot release timing's really easy. As you saw there, like, he's money. I'm going back to my play again. It's pretty much the only play I run this game on him. He knows my plays, so I wasn't going to run too many funky ones. I did some pick and rolls early and some pick and pops with Nowitzki early, just to kind of let him see them. But really, the difference in this game, you'll notice, is just the rebounds. I get so many extra attempts. I think at the end of the game, I had 10 more offensive rebounds than him. But it doesn't matter when you get 3 offensive rebounds and get 0 points. So it looks fun in the stat sheet, but then what you gonna do? Shit happens. And Bryant Reeves is a beast. Loved him at OSU. Loved him in the NBA while he was there. Not much he could do. He had position. I can just hope that he misses that. This is not a good shot. But again, we know we have the rebounding advantage. I think his best rebounders right now is Boozer and Embiid. Boozer and Reeves. Reeves can rip down the boards. Boozer's okay at ripping down the boards, but he's not going to be. I think I have Gilmore and Embiid. Like when I have my big men in, my big men are either Gilmore, Embiid, Eaton, or Nowitzki. The worst one of the whole group is like Nowitzki, and even he's tall enough that it's not going to matter. And then King I was really just trying to draw a foul there, but he's so good at going, if you haven't unlocked the fantasy, just so you know, like, he can shoot, he can do other stuff, he's okay, but going to the rim, man, it's an easy thing to time, it's an easy thing to green. I'm pretty sure he was calling a play there. That's just me jumping to block and being wrong, and somehow my hip gets a steal. A little 2K magic. Right here, Eddie Jones, usually water, but again, like, he doesn't have anyone in who can really compete. And then Hawkins greenlights it, getting the game back within 1. And then he fast breaks to Reeves. Game is back to 3. I wasn't real worried about Reeves hitting that shot. It's not something he's really known for, but if you greenlight, anybody can hit just about anything. And wide open shots, those can go in too. And this is literally me just wondering why he's not going, but he goes again because I'm wanting to show this play a lot because I have a plan to exploit it later. But I don't ever actually end up doing it. Like, usually late in the shot clock when time's running out, or not shot clock, late in the game clock, I'll usually go to one of like 3 plays. I'm trying out a new team, so my power forward play isn't really King's strengths, so I can't go to him. I didn't have Nowitzki in, so I couldn't do the Nowitzki play. I did have Embiid in, so I could have gone to Embiid. I don't trust Hawkins off the dribble, so I couldn't use his play. So really the only choice was to go to that, and didn't work out, but that's okay. Just keep playing sound game. 3 points going into the 4th, that's no big deal. And once you're by, easy layup. King's not going to miss that, even with not the best timing in the world. Bernard King's just, he's really good. If you haven't used him, he's really good. And that's the example of some amazing defense right there. And now's one of the situations where you see it coming, and I just don't know how to switch quick enough to the right player to intercept it. Even if I switched to the right player, he was so fast, he probably burned it. Terrible little pick and roll. But we still have people set up in a good spot. I could go to Embiid down on the post, which I do. And then Embiid should be able to bully this, but I went the wrong way, and he shot into the back of the backboard, or I got blocked, or whatever it may be. Pretty lucky he missed. It's not the easiest shot. It looked like I got a light contest on it, so, not the easiest shot. And then Bibby's great at that. Like, if you ever get around your man and you're driving at a big man with Bibby, just go for the layup. He draws so many fouls. I don't know what his draw foul's at. It's probably not that high. But small guys on big guys, even with their low draw foul, especially if you're working on the domination and you're trying to get those 10 free throws, if you just run at them, they draw fouls. Like, the big guys jump when you go for the layup. There's a heavy contest and nothing. And you can always tell, if you didn't know this, underneath your circle at the bottom, it'll change color between white, yellow, and red. White being no contest, yellow being light contest, and red either being high contest or smothered, depending on which contest you get. And my on-ball D is something I've been trying to work on. Anyone who's seen my last video knows that I'm just terrible at on-ball D. I got to get better at it. But as soon as Bivy gets by, it's just like go to the paint and see. He's just going to draw fouls. Maybe his draw foul's really high and I just don't know it. But when I see that opening, I'm going to take it more often than not. Can't believe he missed the free throw, but, shit happens. and splashes the next one. So we're sitting within 2. The game's been back and forth. If he scores, I score. If I miss, he misses. We've played each other, this will be our 5th time playing each other, so we kind of know each other's tendencies. That sucks for LeBron getting picked by Sloan, and then Sloan throwing it on him. It's embarrassing. In real life, LeBron probably doesn't get his stuff stolen. In real life, he probably blocks that from behind, but this isn't real life, and trust me, by the end of the game, you'll see that it's 2K, because things that don't happen in real life most definitely happen there. And I can't believe he didn't get that and one. King's free throw, super money too. He's got a high free throw. It's in whatever that says. It's too small on the screen right now for me to actually read it from where I'm sitting, but it's not too hard to hit. Once you start hitting those 90s, their free throws get a little bit better. I know, if you're struggling with, if you got a bunch of blue cards and you're kind of struggling with free throws being in the 75s or something like that, it gets better. And with that, I was just praying that LeBron missed. And I know him and LeBron, I'm going to get lucky if he misses 1 free throw, assuming he takes, 5 or 6 free throws with him. I'll be lucky if he misses 1. He's been playing with LeBron since the day the game came out, so he knows his free throw timing pretty well. And now we're setting up one of our Dirk plays. It's a pick and roll play to him. Now, you didn't get to see the first half, and he should have finished that, but you didn't get to see the first half where I pick and popped with him every single time. So the pick and roll was actual intentional, because I thought he would maybe overcommit knowing I was going to pop back to him. And that looked a lot like a panic shot. It wasn't super open. Now, I'm sure he got open because I didn't actually contest on it because I didn't think he was going to shoot it. But at the same time, and then so you go the pick and pop, kick it to Nowitzki. He doesn't really have anything, but that's a heavy contest. I could have pump faked that. Didn't have anything, but got something for himself. It was just poor play. And then LeBron's going to be money, I'm sure. Yep, of course, because it's LeBron and he's on the cover of the game, so have him pull up 2 steps behind the 3-point line and drain it like it's money, because reasons. And then, go and pick and pop again. That one's lightly contested. It's not the worst shot to take with Nowitzki. He's pretty good when he catches the ball and shoots. You can be pretty confident with a light contest and a good release that he has a chance to make it. Now, a chance in NBA 2K means it might go in, it might not go in. And this is me checking their how tired they are. We're in the 4th. Time's getting low. I don't really know, should I switch him out for a minute or so and give him a chance to run, or should I just wear him out? So I just kind of checked them out real quick to see what they're doing. And now it's time to play Lockdown D. Now it's a 1-point game. He's got the lead. He can milk time. I need to do whatever I can to pray that doesn't go in for an and one. And then just know, here comes 2 more points. We'll go down 3. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. And he missed one with LeBron. So we can feel pretty confident that's going to be the only one he misses. If LeBron's going back to the line, he's probably not missing anymore. But it does help. It keeps us within 2. 3 takes the lead. Bibby gets pretty open, so I take the shot. Not the best shot if we're really looking at it in hindsight. I'm glad he didn't take LeBron to the rack there. Also glad he didn't hit that because it was wide open. That's just, in all honesty, a bad offensive possession. There was a lot more options that he could have done there. And Sloan just being clutch. I like the Sloan card. I've been a big fan. I've only been playing with him maybe 5 or 6 games, but he's not bad. He's a great shooting guard. He can take it to the rack. He can put up some shots. He doesn't really have too many weaknesses. His defense isn't terrible like that. And now we're back in this world of, they go up 2, we tie it up. And the main goal is just don't let it get out of control. Don't do anything crazy. Really try not. Sloan's not open, so not going to take the shot. But he is open. Maybe could have taken the shot off the pump fake. There's a lot of things I could have done better there. There's no way. But again, we got the board. Kick it back out. The pump fake. I wanted to shoot the second time, but it pump faked it, and that just kind of screwed it all over. But then we get him back open in the corner for nothing. But we get another board. Try again in the corner. Nothing. But Eaton slams it. He got so many rebounds on that possession that he just went on fire too. His takeover is activated, which means he's going to be an even better rebounder if I remember correctly. And then that's just some amazing defense right there. I'm crossing my fingers on these fouls that he doesn't get and ones. Like, and ones would be the death of me. And he's not coming through in the clutch on the free throws. Like, that helps a lot. That makes it where anything gives me a lead now. We got our good guys in. You can see I was thinking about calling a play, changed my mind, got a wide open shot for King. And he takes it. Foot on the line, though, which is probably good. He's a better two-point shooter than three-point shooter, so being a mid-range shot, he probably got a little bit better bonus. Knowing he's going to go to LeBron, I already overcommit on it. Don't know how he didn't throw that away. I thought he'd go to the fade there. Time's running low. We need a good defensive stop. And there it is. Karl Malone, wide open dunk. Would have given him a 1-point lead. Misses it. Gets absolutely 2K fucked for the first time of 2 times in this last 21 seconds. And then and I feel bad. Like, what are you supposed to do? You got the dunk animation. No one challenged. That had to be a wide open because I didn't challenge with anybody. And now you're down 3. You're down 3. You should have been up 1. Let's even assume I get a 2 out of it. And you're down 1. You should, at worst case scenario right now, even if I got a 3, you're only down 2. Instead, you're down 3 because Karl Malone missed a wide open dunk. And that's getting 2K. There's nothing you can do about that. But it's okay, because I'm sure he, and now foul again. Dirk's going to the line. Dirk has a funky free throw motion, to be honest with you. I don't remember. I think I make both of these. But it's really kind of awkward. And so the first one kind of teaches you the lesson for the second one. He gets them both. 5-point lead. And here comes the second one. I'm wanting to watch this closely because I know what he gets here. Oh, it's the next play down. Oh, he drains a 3. That's right. So now it's, again, 2-point lead, but he's got a foul. If I hit both, he's in the same scenario as he was before where he needs to do something, but I don't. Bibby chokes. Need to hit 1. Gotta hit 1. So it's a game. It's doable. Here's where the 2K comes in. I really want to watch this because we were both freaking out and I wouldn't let you watch. Yeah, right there. He gets a backcourt violation on that. Even in the replay, I don't know this is me literally checking to see if you can pull up a replay, and it turns out there is no instant replay in the options menu when you're playing. Because his foot, on the replay I saw there, his foot was back court, but he caught the ball in the front court. And I don't know if that's a backcourt violation or not. Obviously, I would be he's got screwed by Malone. He got screwed by 2K unless I just don't know my rules right, which is very possible. So he tried to call a timeout. Didn't have any timeouts, so that was an intentional foul for an extra point, which made it 4. Now we're at 5. We intentionally missed this one because it's 5. It doesn't matter. And even if he splashes it, it doesn't matter. One hell of a good game. Like, just really back and forth, and he kind of got 2K'd twice. Like, the Malone dunk was way more egregious than the LeBron James backcourt. You could have been there's more patience. He was still going to be open 1 second later, or half a second later. Malone missing a dunk that no one's contesting so bad that it almost went off the backboard and back down into the basket. He missed it that bad. Like, 2K. Like, layups, especially uncontested layups, your dunking and your steals, man. Can we please get you to look at these things? Like, can you help us out? Because these things are brutal. Now, I was excited. My stat line was just everybody was getting a piece of the action. My bench had a piece of the action. Like, across the board, everybody was scoring. He's similar where, most of his points are going to James. He does have some people that come off the bench who put a lot of work in for him. I thought DeRozan would get more work than he did. He was 3 for 4, but that was the game. Came down to Malone missing a dunk, and unless I know my rules wrong, a bad call. If it's where your feet are, it was a good call. If it's where you catch the ball, it was a bad call. I'm going to have to ask Ty Maybe he'll watch the video to get to re-see those things, and he'll be able to tell me the actual rules. He knows more about basketball than I do. Thank y'all loves for watching. Have a wonderful night.